All right, guys, so stay with me. I finally did it. I'm gonna do my best here to try to explain this. Nobody's done it like this before. Here we go. It took me some time. These are the long strategies. Okay. Then I'm gonna do short strategies later on, but I need time to do it. Okay. These is the first one is the buy pattern, breakout pattern, gap up pattern, the stairs pattern. And as you can see, these are how it look. Now I know for beginners this looks confusing. That's fine. There's a lot of questions. What do I mean by pattern? What's the use of these things I'm showing you here? This, to me, I understand this. This is a dip buy pattern. This is how all of them will look. Okay. Now, if you notice, I put complete form under these. What that means is when the dip buy pattern is completely formed, it looks just like this. And then you will be able to recognize and be like, oh, this is the dip buy pattern. The breakout pattern, when it plays out, and I'll explain what I mean by what I mean when I say play out. When it plays out and it forms, it looks exactly like this. Well, when I say exactly, I'll show you, I'll get in more detail. When the gap up pattern is formed, it looks like this. As you see a big gap in between the two green bars, basically. The breakout pattern, basically you're looking at this green bar and this green bar. They both meeting at the top. The dip buy is a long green rise, then it drops, and then a spark of light happens. It starts rising back up. Okay, the stairs pattern. You have people, or they say higher high, higher high, or lower high. That's basically what they call it. But I call this the stairs. As you can see, green bar, like a stairs, and green bar again, green bar rising up. Okay. This is how it looks when it completely formed. Okay, now let's take a step back because I have a an outline here. I have to show how the pattern looks, then how it. Okay, now let's stop here because if y'all remember the other videos I showed y'all, or a lot of my wins come from using these patterns. Okay. I don't enter trades unless I see these patterns. That's the first thing. Okay. You have to if you don't, you're just gonna lose. Now let me explain this. Okay. Let's take some step back. Remember what I said? Let's go back. We have to rewind a little bit because in my other video, I first explained to you that you have to have a small position size first. You could actually have a small position size and get a huge profit if you pick tickers or stocks that will rise up 50 cents or more. Okay? If you're going to use this strategy where you find tickers that's going to rise up 50 cents or more, to do that, the tickers that you find, you have to make sure that they resemble one of these patterns because it's not, if not, it's not going to rise up 50 cents or more. Why these patterns? These patterns these patterns will rise up 50 cents or more. All of these. I'm going to show you all. Once it breaks out, you're going to see how far up it goes. And it goes 50 cents or more. When you dip by and it dipped this low, it comes way back up 50 cents or more. When it here, and all of a sudden it gaps up, all of this gap in between is like almost $2, $3. And with the stairs pattern, you enter here and it rise up. That's another 50 cents, probably another dollar. You see? So with these, Only these four patterns are pre-made to rise up 50 cents or more. Okay? This is why, okay? Now let's go back. Remember what I said? You want to find, first of all, you want to find the tickets that will rise up 50 cents or more. You got to get the criteria first. I just reviewing. Make sure it's 25% or higher, and I trade basically the four letter tickers, and I do top gainers, high percent gainers. Okay, let's try to keep this simple. However, what I do is I take this one, this one, this one, this one, and I put each in here. So as you can see, ISNS. I put this in here. I put this in here. I put it in here, and I put it to 15 minutes. And I look to see if the pattern, what I'm looking at, this today, I'm looking to see if any of these patterns resemble any of these ones here. This is what I'm doing, okay? Now, as you can see, it looks more like it resembles a breakout. See this? Now, if it doesn't resemble any of these patterns, do not trade it, even though it's a high percent gainer. Do not enter it. Discard it and go on to another one. Now, this is a breakout. See this? It the highest was here, which is 593, and it came up to 593. See? This concept of the breakout pattern. It come up here, and then all of a sudden another bar comes up to the same level of it. That's basically the concept of the breakout pattern. This was just happening. The highest green bar was here, and all of a sudden another green bar somewhere to the right end up coming up at the same point or the same price, 594. This is a breakout pattern. I would trade this, okay? And that's all I do. Now, we need to go, there's a little bit more I need to explain, okay? We need to go a little bit further here. I show you all how the patterns look. I kind of give you all a little understanding. I need to explain to you guys how the pattern forms or how it plays out. Okay, we need to, this is important. Okay, but before I explain that, I need to explain this. Let's go here for a minute. Okay, so we can try to understand some stuff. Just stay with me, folks. Just keep watching. Don't try to make sense of anything I'm doing. Just it's all gonna come clear. Just stay watching. Let's look at the letter B. Okay. Why am I showing you all these patterns? What's the purpose of it? How is it gonna help in trading? Here's how. As I said here in my notes, it's going to explain this is why you need the patterns. You will know where to enter, when, and you will know which direction. I already showed you all this winning percentage is high for these four patterns, meaning you trade 100 times, you will win 80 out of 100. Okay? And as I said to you before, it will rise up 50 cents or more. Okay? You see the letter B? This to me is just a pattern. Okay? Don't get caught up with the letter. It's a pattern. It's a pattern because let's say this is the trading place. Let's say all of a sudden we see this, and then we see this. Okay? What's happening? We we see it's like Wheel of Fortune. We see the pattern forming. You see this? We know what B looks like. We have that in our head. But many times when you check the tickers, the pattern is not going to look completed. Let's look back at here. You see this? These are the completed forms of the pattern. Not all the time when you come to the ticker and you put it in, and you put it in here to see, it's not going to always look completely formed. Okay? This is completely formed. This is almost this play out. This ain't just form, it play out. It done break through. Most likely, if I came earlier, it would have been down here. I would have watched it. It would have rise up a little bit. Then I would have watched, wait for it to break out, then enter right here, and then watch it play out. Okay? But what I'm trying to reveal to y'all is when you enter the ticker in here and you look at the pattern, it's not going to always look completely in the complete form. Because some of you might be like, okay, I put it in and it don't look exactly like any of these. That's fine. You need to be able to see when it's playing, when it's forming into the complete pattern. Okay? This forms into this. Let me try to explain that a little bit more clearer when I say it forms into that. Let me see if I can see this. First, it starts off as the green, but oh God, you're kidding me, right? First, it starts off as a green bar. It rises up like this, right? See, it has to play, it has to form into this. It don't just boom, it's like this. It forms into this. It probably took an hour to rise up like this. Then another 15 minutes it rise up. Then another half an hour it rise up. Then another hour it rose up. Then another half an hour it started dropping. Then another 15 minutes it went down. Then another half an hour it went down. Then another hour. It took an hour to drop and go red. I just speeding it up, but it probably took an hour. Okay? See, you see how it's forming into the complete dip buy pattern? This is what I spent so much time trying to figure out. And Tim Sykes and Tim Gratani and Stephen Ducks, I praise God for them, but they don't know how to teach this thing properly so beginners can understand. It's forming into the complete pattern. Okay? And then another hour later, it rises up here. It doesn't stop there though. But I'm just trying to explain to you how this is the complete pattern. It's not finished yet. When you see it like this is where you enter. And then I'm going to show you all how it plays out. This is the complete pattern, basically, for you knowing where to enter. But I haven't showed you all how it's going to play out. Okay? Y'all now know how it forms. Okay? So let's go back here to the letter. Sometimes when you come, you know what, let me go back here. Let me go back here. Sometimes when you put the ticker in, it's just gonna look like this. Okay? Sometimes when you come to the ticker and you put it in, it's just gonna look like this. It shouldn't matter because you should be able to recognize and say, okay, it's like halfway forming. Okay? Sometimes when you come to the ticker, sometimes when you come to the ticker, it just looks like this. And you'd be like, okay, it's forming into the dip buy pattern. See that? Sometimes is you come to it and it's just maybe it's just like this. And you'd be like, let me come back an hour later and you can't really tell what's going on. So you'd be like, okay, let me come back an hour and a half later and see where it's going. Okay? Same with the breakout pattern. Sometimes when you come to the ticker, it's just maybe right here. It's kind of like forming. It's forming. Or when you come here, it's like this. It's forming. Okay? Sometimes it's like this. It's forming. See, it kind of looks like this, yes, but it's not so far down. Okay? It's forming. Okay, with a gap up. Gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up is a little different. Basically, if it's Monday and the end of the day, it closes green, you kind of know when the next morning, it's gonna just, you hold overnight. So the next morning at 9 o'clock, it just be this big gap and it just going up. That's basically how to play it. Now, something like this, it forms. You might come to it and it's just one little small green bar. And you'll be like, oh, let me come back an hour and a half later and see where it's going. Oops, my bad. Okay? Sometimes when you put it in here, when you put the tick in here, it's not going to be completely formed. You need to be able to recognize it while it's forming too. Okay? Not just in its complete form. You need to recognize when it's forming. Okay? That's why I'm explaining this. When you put the ticket in, sometimes the pattern might look like this. It's not completed. Okay? And what happens is this is another thing what I want to explain. Let me ask you a question. Which direction is this going to go? Mind you, is right here, right now. Which direction is it going to go? Up, down, sideways, vertical, horizontal, diagonal? A lot of people will be like, I don't know. Because that's true. We don't know. But if you got the pattern in your head, you know it's going to go down. Watch. See that? See that? You know it's going to go down and you would win. Okay? You would win. Now, let's say it's right here. Which direction is going to go? Up, down, sideways? Because you don't know. But because you recognize the pattern, you got the pattern in your mind, the completed pattern in your mind, and you see the pattern forming, it helps you to know where direction is going to go. It's going to go slightly up a little bit. And see, you right. It went up. That is the purpose of the pattern. The pattern will help you to know where to enter and you will know which direction it's going to go because it's forming into the complete pattern. That's clear, right? Shut that thing up. Hate these neighbors, right? Jeez. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. These neighbors getting on my nerves. Okay, let's look at this. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Trying to teach these people how to trade, and this dude frigging around with his alarm clock, his alarm car. Let's look at this for a minute. Right now, let me play with this. Okay, let me play with this. Let's say I come to the ticker, and it's just Let me come to this ticker, right? And it's just like this. I come to it and it's like this. I kind of don't see this the dead buy pattern, but it's forming into the complete form. So I know it's gonna drop. What I'm gonna do, or what I do, is I give it some time. I say, okay, I'm gonna wash dishes or bathe, and I'll give it another hour, and it will start dropping. And it drops, and it drops, and it drops. Mind you, this long strategies now. You could short if you want. I'm trying to teach y'all long strategies here. And it drops. I come back after bathing and eating, and it's like this. Okay? Oh, you kidding me, right? Okay, it's like that, right? Good. I see it forming into the dip buy pattern. All I'm waiting for is to see this little green bar now, so it could be completed. When I see this, I enter in. Okay, let's say all of a sudden the green bar. Say all of a sudden that green bar pops up there like that, right? I'd be like, okay, I will enter right here because let me explain how it plays out, and I'm gonna show you all. It's going to rise up. I would enter right here because I know how it's gonna play out. It's actually going to rise up. It's gonna keep rising up. It's gonna keep rising up just like that. Okay? After you understand the complete pattern, this is where you enter. When you understand the complete pattern, this at the top here is where you enter. Usually, I think they say after the second stairs, you gotta wait for it to test at least. You could enter at the third. I wouldn't say the fourth. I say right here at the second stairs, or sometimes at the third stairs. And if you see the green bar starting to form, you enter. And as you can see, or if the market closing and it's green, hold overnight, enter and hold overnight. So the next day it gaps up. Okay, it's gonna go way up. In these cases, way up. The breakout, as I'm gonna show you all in the pattern, is gonna go way up. The dip buy, it goes way up. Okay. These, I think, have been clear so far. Let's look at some examples again. Let me try to explain. Also, for you people who don't want your broker, it should have its own scanner. So just look for tickers, 4 letters. Keep it between $1 and $10, as you can see here, and only look for 25% and higher in the change. I wouldn't check for these ones under 2025 because they don't really go up a lot. Okay, we needed to go up enough so we could get at least 50 cents or more. Okay, so you need these high gainers. It proves that they have enough strength to push up. Okay, so let's move this and let's look at some examples, and then I can end this video because I think everything should be clear. Okay, let's look at dip buys. Okay, we're gonna look at the dip buys from my trading, and then the breakouts and the gap ups and the stairs. Some things I need to explain in detail. Okay, this the dip buy. All I'm trying to show you all is the same thing. This is a dip buy. See this right here? Just giving you an example. Remember the green. Hold on, let me move this one for you. I think that was clear. Give me this. Look at it. You see how the pattern resemble it? Look, look. It's not rocket science, folks. You see that? You see how the pattern resemble it? You see that? You see that? The red bar and then the green bar. That's all I want to show y'all. It plays out like that, folks. Let's close that. Let's look at this. Same thing. Let's look at the buy pattern again. See this? Red bar, I mean green bar, red bar, or drops, and you see it. You see how it played out. It came from back down and came rising back up. Actually, I think when I came here, the green bar was like right here. And when I entered, it just started rising back up. You see, that's how it plays out. Like I told you all, this is a complete pattern, but you enter here and it plays out by rising up. And this rise from here to here is a good amount of rising up, 50 cents or more. Okay, so you see, it plays out like that. Okay. I think I made a lot of good on that too. Right, see? I'm showing you how it played out. Right. Oh, look at this. This how it happened. Look. Sometimes you might not. Sometimes, as you can see, it don't matter how it does, you should be able to still recognize it. Sometimes, as you can see, it only looked like this. But I did know that when I see these long red bars going down, I watch to wait for that little green bar there. When I see that, that's the dip buy pattern, my friend. Okay? Sometimes when you get it in your head, you could just recognize it. Oh my goodness, this it again. See there? And see how much money I make off of that? Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's get this, let's get this. See that, see that? We basically looking at the red bar and then that little green one pop up on the side there. That's what we're looking at. You see? And it rolls up. Again, again, again. Y'all, you gotta get this in your head. See, again, see thing? It don't matter if the green bars are single stairs like, or if it's one single green bar. Once you see this red bar, and then you wait for that little green to start popping up on the side there, and boom, that's it. That's the pattern. Let's go again. Somebody say we getting it. No, somebody say we got it. No, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You can get it. See this thing again. Oh my goodness. It's not rocket science, folks. It's not algebra. It's not calculus. See the green bar coming up there, red bar, see, resemble the same thing, resemble. Then we wait for the little green bar to pop up and rise up a little bit, and then we enter right there. And then it plays out and goes all the way up. Let me board y'all and give y'all one more. Same thing. You see it? You get it? You getting it? You getting it? Red bar, and then wait for that little green bar on the side there. Green bars. You getting it? Now let me explain these two. See that? See this? Oh my goodness. Same thing. Same thing. Green bars come up, red bars dip down, and then what happens is from here, a green bar just starts rising up. When I see that little green bar rise up, I enter, and look at it. It went all the way up, all the way up. See that? Okay. Now, y'all getting enough of that dip buy pattern. Let's look at the breakout pattern for a minute. Breakout. Let's look at how this works because some of y'all confused, but there we go. Don't look at this. I want y'all to look at this. There we go. 15 minutes. See this? This the only thing I want to show y'all. Listen, folks. Don't give a crap about all of this foolishness. All of this is just distraction. All I want you to focus on is one thing, two things. This highest one right here. I want you to focus on this one. This one. Come on, give me this sticker bar. I want you to focus on this one, a green one, and then I want you to focus on the next green one that meet right up to it. This one right here. This is it. See these? These two meet right there. This is the breakout. That's the breakout right there. This is it. Only focus on this one and this green bar. That's it. Don't look at all of this foolishness. This is a bunch of foolishness. Don't give a crap about all this foolishness. Listen. Let me move all this distraction. Let me move all this foolishness. Because it's just a bunch of foolishness. Boom. No, hold on. That's too messy. Let me move all this. Oh, gosh. Let me move all this distraction. Boom. See that? All you focusing on this green bar. And like I told you, the next green bar to come up to the same height. That's the same pattern I was showing you all here with the breakout. See? See the breakout? See the same thing? Remember what I say? This bar, green bar, and then it drop, and then rise up a little bit, rise up, drop. And as you can see, this bar comes up right to the same tip or the same height as this other green bar. See this green bar come up down here, and then all of a sudden, this green bar start rising up and come to the same height as this green bar here. This is where, and look at it, the breakout happened right there. Mother sick, the breakout happened. That's what I'm saying. When you see that happen, it's gonna go way up. That's how it's gonna play. It's gonna play out and go way up. See that? This how it plays out. When you get this pattern, but first you gotta get this pattern in your head first. Don't worry about how it gonna play out. You gotta be able to recognize these patterns. This or recognize when it forming, so you could know, okay, I know when it reached, like when it hit there to the same height, it's gonna continue to go up, so you could enter right here and know it's gonna go up in that direction. See, because of the pattern, you know where to enter and which direction to go. You see, the pattern makes it so easy. You see that? I know you're getting it now. Hold up. We got to do a little bit more. We got to do some more. Same thing. See that? When it came when it came here. See that? That's all I was waiting for. It came here, and then it went down a little bit, going up, and I see all of a sudden it started coming back up here. I say, oh, that's the pattern right there, folks. And then I think I showing you how it played out. Yeah, see how it played out? It reached to the same height right here, and then it continued going up. That's the pattern, folks. Let's look at another two more. Boom! Do it again. What a psych! Listen, don't care about all of this I write. This for me. See that right here? All of a sudden, I saw the green bar going down a little bit. Then I see it come back. This I see it come back and start rising up. And I say, whoa, wait a minute, it's coming back here. And look, it come right back to the same height as this green bar. Remember, that's the only two bars we be looking at. And then look at it, it broke out. Do you see how it played out when that condition is met? Or when the breakout pattern forms? Come, look at this again. Look at this again. Oh man, this looks sweet. This is sweet. Hey. See that? Green bar, come up to the same height as this. And it broke out and it continued going up. So you would enter here and it continue going up. Oh, this is awesome, folks. I feel good. I could say, oh my goodness, here we go. Y'all think y'all got it yet? And when y'all start trading, y'all gonna be like, ooh, I recognize this pattern. See there, green bar again, and then oh, don't mind all of this distraction. No, no, no. I kind of like was watching it when it went green and started rising up here, but then it went red. I say, okay. Then it came on green. Then it started rising up a little bit, and then I saw it touch the same height. I say, this Negro gonna break out, enter, and it did. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, like I tell y'all, there's not much to say about the gap up. Y'all it's kind of straightforward. The gap up is straightforward. Basically, to catch these gap ups, you have to pay attention to this. Let me just say this, and again, you're gonna have to play with it. To get these gap ups, wait till the hour before the market close. Check to see if it closed with a green bar. If it does, enter the green bar and hold overnight. So the next day, it'll just gap up. And you done make a huge profit and the market ain't open yet. That's basically all you need to know. Okay? The rest you will learn. Everything else you will learn. Okay. You don't need to know anything else about the gap up. What about this one? This is another gap up. And let me explain something. And this is another thing I try and explain to y'all about these gap up trade. Usually, I'm trying to see where I would have entered. I think what happened, see all this gap up there? See, what happened was it closed, and then it gapped up. Yeah. So there's not much on the gap ups that we need to look at. That's basically all you need to know. Now let's look at the stairs and then we finish. You have mastered trading, at least the hardest part. At least you should be able to understand understand some things. Let's look at the stairs. There's not much to learn about this anyway, but let's take a look at these ones here, and then we finish. Oh my goodness! See it again? They call it higher high, lower low. Let's look at some stuff here for a minute. See this? All of these high high stairs, the stairs. No, don't get caught up with it. But see, it's the stairs. No matter if you have little red bars in between, it's stairs. It's going up like a stairs. See this? The first stairs, second stairs, third stairs, fourth stairs. What I'm saying is, you got to wait for the first stairs. You don't enter in the first stairs. Now, what you should do is, if you see it going up again, you could enter right here on the second stairs or the third stairs, somewhere around here. Okay? And as you can see, look how it playing out. It plays out, it keeps going up and it goes way up. That's why you could make these huge profits, at least 50 cents or more. Let's look at another one. Again. See there? Wait for the first stairs. Then when you see it go higher, it starts off where at the top of the first stairs, I entered right here, the second stairs. Usually the second or the third stairs I get in. And you see it go up. Plays out. That's how it play out. This one. Another stairs. Wait for the first stairs, then the second stairs, and then if you see it, you see the next green bar going up, get in there. How it look? Oh, right. See, this how it looked when I came to the ticker. It didn't have the complete 4 or 5 stairs. It just had 2. I was actually waiting for the next little green bar to form. That's when I entered. And then we got one more. Yep, there you go. There we go. Same thing. First stairs, second stairs. They could enter right here on the second stairs or the third, and you see, look, but check this out. It was at $6 and it going up to $11, $12. See that? Right. You see, that's why you follow. This the thing I like about it. This why you follow the stairs pattern because it has the potential of rising up that much, 50 cents or more. And that's the only way the strategy that I was teaching y'all, what Tim Sykes teach, will work. Keep your position size small, but trade tickers that have the pattern of the stairs pattern. So when you enter, you could get at least, I would have entered somewhere around here, $7. I would have made at least $3, $4 off of this. And that's with a small business size, that will equal to $1,000, $2,000. So you see, folks, you got to give me props. This again, once again, the same thing. And look how much money. Look again, look here. The first stair start here. This 13, I would have entered here. 13 going up to 15. That's about $2 rise. See that? 50 cents or more. That's why you trade these patterns because they have the potential of rising up to 50 cents or more. Guys, I cannot make it more clear than this. I appreciate y'all listening. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to work on the short strategies. It's going to take some time, but wait on it.